It started as a small bruise, just a faint, purplish smudge on 14-year-old Ria's upper arm, the kind you get from bumping into something without noticing. She touched it, curious. It didn't hurt. By the next morning, it had grown darker, almost black. The skin around it pulsed faintly, like there was a heartbeat in her bicep. She stared at it in the mirror, a strange shiver running down her spine. She didn't remember hitting anything, didn't remember any accident, but her mother always said she was clumsy. It's nothing, it'll fade. But it didn't fade. It spread. By the end of the week, the bruise had crept down her arm like a spilled ink stain. Her skin felt hot and tight. At night, it itched so badly she would scratch until she bled. One evening, while digging her nails into it, something moved beneath the skin. Ria screamed. She ran to her mother, but by the time they looked again, the bruise just sat there, innocent, still, ugly. Stress, the doctor said. Hormonal changes, phantom sensations. Try not to scratch it. They gave her cream, a white one that smelled like flowers. It did nothing. 2 nights later, Ria woke in the middle of the night, gasping for breath. Her sheets were soaked. Her shirt clung to her body, and her arm felt wrong, numb and full, like something was pressing against the muscle from the inside. She pulled up her sleeve and bit back a cry. Something was pushing out. A sharp pink ridge had split the center of the bruise. It looked like flesh, new, raw. Fingers, 5 of them. A hand, not hers. Her entire body shook. She backed away from the mirror, breath catching in her throat. The fingers twitched. Ria didn't tell anyone. Who would believe her? She covered the arm with bandages, long sleeves, duct tape when it moved too much. At school, she stopped raising her hand, stopped walking home with friends. The thing kept growing. The palm formed, then a wrist. It was delicate, pale, soft, like a baby's. It twitched when she was anxious, flexed when she was angry. Once, when a boy in her class called her a freak, the hidden hand clenched into a fist so hard she felt its knuckles crack. She began to dream of it. Long corridors with a third arm bursting out of her shoulder, clawing at her reflection. She dreamed of mirrors where she had 3 arms, 3 hands, 3 shadows. She began hearing it whisper, "Let me out." One night, she locked herself in the bathroom. The arm had grown nearly to the elbow. It dangled limply from her shoulder blade, wrapped tight in ace bandages. She stared at her reflection, pale, hollow eyes, unkempt hair, sweat clinging to her brow. Tears slid down her cheeks. "What are you?" The mirror didn't answer, but the arm twitched, flexed, and slowly, it reached up and brushed her tear away. Her real arms froze. The third arm comforted her, and for one strange second, she didn't feel alone. By the next morning, she had made peace with it. She let it breathe, stopped hiding it. She even fed it little drops of milk, small scraps of food. The hand was cold but gentle. It helped her pick things up. It caught a falling glass once. It brushed her hair. She began to call it Echo. For a while, it felt like a secret friend, but it wanted more. More space, more body. The flesh around her shoulder began to thicken, then tear. A new shoulder blade, muscle, veins. The third arm was becoming a third being. Ria collapsed one day, feverish and trembling. At the hospital, the doctors cut off her shirt and screamed. They sedated her, hooked her to machines, isolated her. The next time she woke up, it was gone. The arm had been amputated. She screamed, thrashed, bit a nurse. They kept her in observation for weeks. Her mother didn't visit. They thought she was crazy, but she wasn't, because 3 nights later, the bandage on her side turned dark again, and Rhea smiled. It was growing back. End of flee. The third arm was never a curse. It was a beginning.